What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of NAS100 analysis today. Now guys, I hope you've had a really good day today. I hope you have. My day today hasn't gone as well, right? Because misinterpreting the market today, and one of the key things I was supposed to do, I didn't do. And this is something I do all the time, but I didn't do it. And do you know what that is? That is basically keeping an eye on Forex Factory on important news, because there was a very important news today that came out right at 1:30 this afternoon, which is this wick right here, the wick that screwed me, right? This one right here, and that was the CPI. Now I was already in a trade, right? So I'd already positioned myself in the early, one of the early hours of the morning, but around mid-morning, right? So say from about 10 o'clock UK time, right? So I'd already positioned myself, and this is what I had set up. So I saw this, and like I always keep telling you guys in the video, okay, I always say this all the time. This structure that we're looking at over here, it usually breaks down, right? But sometimes it does that instead. It shoots all the way up. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. It shot all the way up. So I was positioned right here with a sell stop order. Well, a limit sell order actually. So it was a limit sell order I had positioned right here. It doesn't matter where the stop loss was. The stop loss wasn't that high, but it was, yeah, it was just what it was, right? So stop loss was actually not, what the hell, I'll just tell you what it was. Stop loss was about here. Okay, so none of this has happened. Everything was here, and if I take this off, so if I remove this, and I show it to you like that, it makes sense. It makes sense to put in a sell at around that level, hoping that price will go all the way to the top side, catch it and come down. But what actually happened was, this happened. Bang! That's what happened, my friends. So basically, taken straight out of the game, right? And when I saw it, because literally I put the pendulum order, I get on with my day, and then I just look at it occasionally throughout the day. So when I saw it, it was all the way up here, and the actual order itself didn't trigger over here. It triggered around here somewhere and stopped out around here somewhere. So my stop wasn't as big. When I got stopped out, it wasn't as big as what I originally had it as. It was a little bit less, so it wasn't too bad, but I was just mad that I was on the wrong side of this move, because this was just beautiful. So if you got that, well done to you. Well done to you for getting that, okay? So now we need to look at what else can happen in the market, bearing in mind that it's gone back to this zone again. So this is, how many times has it gone into the zone? It's gone to the zone, what, this is its 5th time into this zone, right? 5th time. So the first one we got it all the way down here. We did nothing because I was literally distracted, so I didn't do anything. All here, I was monitoring the situation. I planned to get in around this level, and he moved against me. It went all the way up, which is fine, okay? So now it's back up in this zone again. So this zone is getting bombarded. Actually, no, tell a lie. It's hit this zone a couple of times. So we had a couple times when it went in the zone over here. Then we had all these. Then we have all these. Then we also have this one as well. All right. So I'm going to jump into a higher time frame, just to give us a better idea as to how we need to be reading this and what kind of moves we need to be making. Okay. So me personally, in my opinion, I think it's actually going to break through this level properly and aim to push up to around this level up here, which is 1241.6.19. Once again, don't quote me on this because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm only giving an opinion based on how I see it, and it's super important you do your own homework. That there is critical, especially if you're going to back it with real cash, right? Because you and I know money don't grow on trees, right? You have to put in some serious effort to get it. Regardless of how you get it, effort needs to be applied, right? So just don't go blowing it based on a guy on YouTube said da 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 da. Do your research, make sure it makes sense before you do anything, because that's what I do. I don't listen to nobody but myself. That's how I play this game. I only listen to myself. And obviously I collaborate with people that obviously have good ideas. I look at it, if it makes sense, I agree with their reasoning, then I jump on board. Other than that, I don't do anything. Okay, so now that we've gotten that little rant out of the way, let's take a look to see what we got going on here. So in all fairness, what we have here right now, okay, we're gonna get rid of all of these. It's a range. It's a daily range, right? And daily ranges are kind of cool because we can work with daily ranges. Daily ranges on a shorter time frame are super annoying. I don't really like it at all. But in a range of a day where like it's daily candles and it's ranging daily, we can work with that. We can absolutely work with a daily range. So I'm just going to clean all this stuff up and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. If you're new to trading and you want to know what I mean by a range, I'm about to show that to you right now. So I'm just going to grab out this box. Actually, I'm just going to grab it and I'm just going to just draw it, something like this. We're going to give this a different color. We're just going to make this, actually no, we're not going to make this a different color. We're just going to make this transparent and we're just going to draw a black border around it. Black border around it. Okay, I'm just going to make it slightly thick. Right, so this little box area here that we can see, right, this is a range. Price is moving in this box, so it's going down, up to it, down again, up to it again, down again, and up to it. At this point, I think it's actually going to break through and push up to around this level. This is what I said. But this is a range, okay, right? Now, I now know that this is a range, but I've spotted this range a bit late in the game, right? A bit late in the game. Reason why was that I could have seen it from over here because over here was quite clear, but I was still in the bias that it was going to push down and give us a lower low. Reason why I was thinking that was because this little structure here appeared, right? And if you remember in one of my past videos, I'm not sure which one it was, but it's one of the past videos, right? I mentioned that I had my original TP set around this level at this zone over here. So I was expecting price to come all the way down to this level, but it came down, but nowhere near as low as I wanted it. I think I had it around here somewhere, but either way, this would not have got it. It would not have got it. Like literally, I can promise you that wouldn't have happened. So so where we are right now is, due to the size of this parabolic, okay, I personally think it's going to push up. But you can take an opposite side of my view on that, right? And that is based on, we've seen something like that over here, or we've had a very strong parabolic push to the upside, and the typical proceeding move that anyone would have expected, okay, right? I mean, I wouldn't say most people, but I would have expected, okay, would have been a continuation of this bullish candle to the upside. But what happened was it broke all the way back down again. So it broke all the way down and then it came down and then obviously did its thing, and I thought it was going to break down. It didn't break down. Now it's pushed all the way back up again. It's back into this zone. The strength of this parabolic, once again, I'm going to go with what I know to happen most of the time, which is we get a continuation of this strong parabolic push to the upside. So I think price is going to continue to push to around this level over here. And another reason why I also say that, the next reason why I also say that is, I'm just going to draw another little box around here again, okay, is that although this one is a little bit taller, longer than this one over here, roughly speaking, if you was just to measure just the body of the wicks itself, I mean the body of the candle rather than the wicks, okay, I will call this a double bottom, right? I will call this a double bottom. If you disagree, fair play, you know, I can get down with that, but I would call this, where I've highlighted in red, this area over here and this area over here, I will call that a double bottom. So my thinking is, it is still going to push up to this level up here. But once again, like I always say, it's important you do your own homework, okay? It's super important because I do get it wrong. Case in point, today, I thought it was gonna break down, it went up. It's important you do your own homework because once again, I'm not a financial advisor, and it's really important that you guys watching, you know that, all right? So, like I said, I'm expecting price to go up here, right? So what I'm gonna do is, obviously, I've taken a bit of a hit today. It happens. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna see what type of structure we start to get between now and when I get up in the morning tomorrow. So I'm not gonna do anything in the night. We're just gonna wait to see what happens. And for that, I'm just gonna jump back into the hourly, okay? And then we'll see what we got going on. So at the moment, with how this looks, this is not actually a ranging channel that we have. I don't even think it's a, no, yeah, it's actually not a ranging channel at all. It's actually not that at all. It's not that at all. So I was gonna say it's looking like it's a bit of a range. I was gonna draw a channel on it, but as I look at it, it's not looking like that at all. So I'm thinking that it's gonna continue to push up. It's gonna continue to push up, and somewhere along the lines, it's going to start to consolidate. Depending on how it looks when it's consolidating, will determine what I decide to do once I see it. So if it starts consolidating like it wants to go up, then naturally I'm going to join all you guys that are riding the bull. If it's looking like it's going to obviously pull back, then obviously I'm going to be joining all the people out there that have decided they now want to sell it again, right? And that's what we're going to be doing. So guys, don't forget to check out this video at the end, okay, which you should be seeing right now. And I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover in regards to the NAS, okay? And I'll be seeing you in the next video, which will be really, really soon. I aim to do another one tomorrow. And then I'm going to get back to releasing videos more frequently because I do know I have been slacking a fair bit. I've kind of fallen off a little bit. So I need to get back on it, start releasing more content more regularly for you guys. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So guys, once again, you've been the best. You've been super awesome. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And for now, this is Pips and Points signing out.